Welcome back to Tom's Gear Rods again, boys and girls. Good morning. Today we got a sick one. Propel. It's another Toro 22 recycler. This one's got the Kohler 6.75. It's the XT X675 Kohler engine. He said it won't crank and the self-propel quit working. I don't know which one happened first. I guess the self-propel quit because it wouldn't crank. What a concept. Well, let's check it out first. The first thing we're going to do is check the Earl. Check the Earl. Check the Earl. All right. Well, let's see what we got. I don't know why they use black dipsticks. Hard to read. Well, there just don't seem to be any oil. Uh-oh. Ah. First thing in the morning, they want to give us a big old bunch of money. All right. First thing we're going to do is just go ahead and drain whatever's in here. Go ahead and drain it and change the oil. Gasket ain't on good. Yep, missed a bucket. All right, that's what we got, rags. Okay, we'll go ahead and just let that drain. I want to grab my flashlight here and take a peek. Take a peek at the front pulley and the back pulley and see if there's anything stuck in it. It feels a little bit loose. Oh, he's gonna need a new belt. That belt's burnt. It is. Oh God, look at his blade. Yeah, we'll have to get him a new blade. Look at that. Here. Woo! That's a dull blade there. All right, let's take a look at his transmission pulley. Oh, yep, look at there. Look at there. There's a little stick stuck in it. Well, there's your problem. And I think that belt's going to be hurt. Yeah. Let's go ahead and pull that cover off. Go ahead and pull that blade off. Just tripped over a lawnmower back there. And a little bit longer air hose. Yeah, I got to use that air hose right there because there's something wrong with this air hose that goes to the tank. It hooks there. There's a restriction in that air hose and it ain't giving me but about half the pressure I need. I'll just use that air hose for blowing out carburetors or whatever. Right. Propel, brand new blade. Look at the difference. Look at that. That's incredible, isn't it? It's amazing how these blades can wear like that. That blade there is a little bit longer. And this should be a 22. Spark plug. I'm going to spin this thing around, make sure this blade ain't too long, make sure it ain't going to hit nowhere. It's awful close. Let's see. Let me pull that handle back right there so we can spin the engine over. Unplug the spark plug. Make sure it's well out of the way. I don't need this thing cranking on it. He said it won't crank, but I ain't going to take his word for it just yet. All right, let's see. No, that's good. Oh, hitting right there. I see that so often. You got so much stuff crammed in here. Take a little screwdriver and dig all this crap out. I see that so often with these recyclers, this front baffle. Get stuff stuck in it, so there's a stick. Grab some wire, stick it there. It gets wedged up on top of that little baffle right there. Stick. And the other half of that stick is stuck in that pulley. All right, now we'll grab a big old hammer. Give that thing a good whack. There, it ain't hitting no more. Okay. All right, let's grab a 3/8. We'll get this cover off. Golly, look at there. I didn't even see that. God. Well, there's your problem, sir. Okay. Get that blade back off there. Ooh, what a mess. All right, grab a 3/8 socket. Okay, we'll take this one off first. That one goes through, these two here go through that cover and into the top cover. Got to take that one off to get the top one off. You've got two screws that goes through into the top cover, then you got one there and one right there. Take these two. Reach in there and grab it. There's that one. Here's that one. Now we can take this cover off. See, them other two go here. The two go there. All right, now we can see his belt. Oh yeah, it's burnt. Yep, let's go up here and look at his transmission. Spin it backwards. And there goes the stick. It just fell out right there. Little stick. And that belt's going to be burnt. It's going to be burnt. One bad burn spot right there. Right there. Burnt spot. Propel. Okay. Well, at least we got the self-propel problem sorted out. Now we got to get these 3-4 screws, and they're let's see, there's 3. One there, one there, and one there. And this is going to be a VH1, I believe. I believe. It's going to be a square drive. Dig all that stuff out of the head of the screw. Right there. Right there. And right there. A little square drive. I don't know why they use square drive. I don't know. I can usually leave one in and just loosen it. That way you can just kind of pull it out of the way. Just pull the belt off the pulley. I'll go back around here, get it off the engine pulley. Yep, one bad spot right there. Let's see, we've got to find the part number for this belt. And of course, it's not going to be visual anymore. So what we'll do is we'll go over here. We'll go over here to my favorite place to look. It's Douglasville Ace Hardware. Okay, we'll go up here to OEM parts. Scroll down to Toro Consumer. And I believe this was a, if I remember right, 20378. Okay. Serial number 406614. 4066, right there. Pearl. Let's see, where we're at here. Front wheel assembly. There's the belt, number 21, and that is a 117 1018. 117 1018. Let me look at my inventory here. All right, let's go ahead and stick the blade on there so we can get this thing running. Unless we know what's wrong with it. Look at all that stuff. All right, we got to get this thing over on its wheels, get the oil back in it. Figure out why I get the oil in. Let's check out this. Check out his air filter. Oh yeah, he'll get a new air filter. Let's go around here and get the oil in it. There's oil over the way. We'll put some oil in it. We got about 1 3/4. We'll get it down below 1 1/2 and we'll check it. That's just below 1 1/2. Well, what did I do with my rag? it don't take long to make a big old mess in here. Still kind of hard to read. It looks like we're just above add, so we'll add. Give that a minute to settle. Plug your spark plug and wire it back in. Tell you what, let's go ahead and, well, I'll wait to do that. Looks like it's just a little above full, so that's good. Yeah, just a little bitty bit over full, which is all right. You don't want too much over full. Okay, let's do a test. I'll set this stuff out of the way. Let's lower the table, push it outside. I'm gonna spray a little carb cleaner inside that. Let's make sure the choke is working. It is. It's closed. Okay. So that's not the problem. Uh-oh. Let me hit pause. I got a customer backing in. Okay, where were we? Hour and a half later. Propel. 3/8 by 32.5. Got this new belt, but first I'm gonna see if this thing will crank and run. So let's get it down. Take it out to the door. We got the blade on there. I know it's got fuel in it because I checked it earlier. Okay. Hi-yah. All right, let's grab a little carburetor cleaner. Might have to spray some in the carburetor. All right. Let's give this thing a few pulls, see what it'll do. No cranky. All right, now let's see what we got. If it cranks and dies, we know we got to clean that carburetor. Yay! It cranks and dies, now we got to clean that carburetor. Yay! Well, all right. So now we know it's a fuel problem. What do I do with my carburetor cleaner? Put it in there. All right. All right. Get her back in the air. Get her back in there. All right, bring it 10 more. Clamp off the fuel line. Crankcase vent hose. Pull the fuel line out of this. Pull let's see, we'll go ahead and pop this cover off. Somebody put a different nut on that one. Let's see, what size is that nut? That was going to be a 7/16 on that one over there. I bet it's wrong thread too then. These nuts. See, this one was different. Huh. We'll set this one aside. Sure we don't get that one mixed up. Let's see, we'll get all this out of the way. Now, look at there. Look at that. Somebody's got the wrong nuts. And it's probably going to be the wrong thread. Yep. Yeah, buddy. I hope he ain't got the threads hurt. That's the wrong nuts. Let's use one of these. What I want to do is just get this choke out of the way. Set this over here. There's the unknown OEM nut. Let's see if it'll screw back on that. I believe they might have already got them threads too boogered. Putting the wrong nuts on there. They don't look too awful bad. I'll have to find some proper nuts. This is the one that was over there. This is wrong. But it's the correct, no, it's not the correct thread. Well, let's go. So we need 3 OEM nuts. By golly. All right, get the throttle linkage taken off. Return spring. Take it off. Try not to bend it. Okay. Set this carburetor over there. Ready for the carburetor changing pan. Okay, let's get that tank draining. Oh, there's nothing coming out. How much fuel do we have in it? How much fuel do we have in it? Oh God, that thing is full of water. There's your problem. And it's not even flowing. Wow. Not even flowing. Ever so gentle little puff of air. Still not flowing. Huh. You know the line is clear because I heard the air bubbles coming out inside. Nope. We have no fuel flow. No fuel flow. And I bet you that carburetor's probably dry. All right, let's see if we can get this some kind of pan under there. still nothing. I bet you that little screen right there is going to be clogged. I'm trying to do this in a way where I don't make such a big old mess. Okay. Boom. Let's pull that screen out. There it goes. We got good flow now. That it's completely stopped up. We'll just let that flow. This tank is about half empty or half full. Oh, well, that's a strong magnet. Yeah, there's a lot of water in there. Let's see, I've got a box over there for in-tank screens. Yeah. Ooh, there's a lot of water. Okay. Get all the junk flying out of there. Lots of debris. Looks pretty clean now, but we still got some water in it. We do. Let me get a piece of wood. We'll set this on the other side of the mower to tilt it towards the drain a little bit. It's just pure water. Pure water. Let's take it outside and look. Yeah, you can see that big old bubble. Big bubble of water. Right there. All that water. Whew. Set this out of the way over here. Alright, let me change air hoses. This one's got a lot more pressure on this one. A little bit more air out of it. Blow a little bit harder. Let's go find us another screen. I keep some of those in my Honda box over here. Yeah, I don't see one. Must be out of them. Is that a drop of air filter? Let's see, we'll have to find us another screen. All right, let me hit pause. All right, I couldn't find another fuel screen, so I just cleaned this one real good. It's got pretty good flow. We're gonna double check, make sure this was gonna work. Make sure it's gonna work. Make sure you get the clamp back on there all the way. Okay. All right, let me grab my pump. Get this spout off there. Tank's nice and clean and dry. All right. Get that dribble back in there a little bit. Just back on. All right. Let's make sure we get good flow. There's pretty good flow. All right. All right. Now, we can go check out this carburetor. Now we can go check out the carburetor. Okay, start with a nice clean pan. Nope, still got the 7/16 on there. I went out to the shed of shame. I had another Kohler engine out there. Of course, I already robbed the fuel screen out of it. But I went ahead and took these 3 nuts off the starter on that other engine so we can replace all this with the correct nuts. May have to chase them threads. I don't think it's still awful damaged. What was I doing? I saw a squirrel and forgot what I was doing. Pure water. Look at that. Pure water. Put that off there. Wow. Let's take this by the door and blow this off real good with the Angelica's blower. Oop, there goes the bowl. Oh. Phew. This stuff's caked on there like stucco. All right. All right. All right. I'll tell you, we caught this right before that water started doing any damage. Come out of there, a little emulsion cube. Let's go ahead and pull this float and everything out of the way. What in the world is that? Something is stuck inside that carburetor. It is. Something's in there. What is that? It's probably a big old spider. It's something. I don't know what it is. Go ahead and get that emulsion tube out of the way. There goes the emulsion tube. Whatever that was in the carburetor just fell out. What was it? I don't know, but it's gone now. Well, I just dropped that too. You can see how far this was screwed in. All the dirt on the threads. I see these little external E-clips that holds this pin in. I see these missing all the time, and then this pin goes missing, and then the choke just kind of flutters, runs poorly. Okay. Ooh, let me hit pause 1 second. Ooh, that was a big old airplane just flew over. He's going to Seoul, South Korea. He took off right there out of Hartsfield, Jackson. 14 hours and 20 minutes. We'll see you about 2 o'clock in the morning. Okay, anyway. What was we doing? Oh, that's right, we was cleaning the carburetor. All right. Make sure that's open. While it's still kind of wet with carb cleaner, I like to squeeze it back in. That way you don't hurt them little O-rings that's on there. Both of them are there. They look good. You can see the dirt on the threads, how far in it was screwed. Right about there. All right. Make sure you go through all the little holes in this thing. One there, one there, 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 and there. The flat side always goes down, because that's where it meshes with the main jet. See that flat surface? This is what sticks up in the middle of the throat of the carburetor. All right. A little snug. Okay, clean this bowl off. I'm gonna leave that gasket alone. I want that O-ring to get wet and make it swell. Alright, that's pretty clean. Pretty good, pretty good, pretty good. Put the float and needle seat, float and needle back in there. Make sure the seat is clean. Looks pretty good. I don't see no debris or nothing in there. Float pin. Line up the little hole. Let's see, the carburetor sits somewhere like that. So you want the drain plug pointing towards the front of the mower. All right. We're doing that. Put the nut on the wire wheel here and we'll brush it a little clean. Make sure the little sealing gasket is still on there, the little washer. All right. I don't know what that was. It was a hunk of something inside that carburetor. It was a hunk of something. Take the clamp off, let the carburetor be feeling. And let's see, let's go over here and let's make sure these studs ain't hurt. Oh yeah. Pretty good. We'll do this one too. Okay, that was in good shape. Now we're gonna put her back together. All right. All right. Oh, let's see. We'll go ahead and stick this back on. Got the gasket still on there. Looks pretty good. Crankcase vent. These two nuts. Get this big gas can out of the way here. All right, put the cover back on there. Nice and flat. Put the starter put back on. Alrighty. Reach over here and grab him a new air filter. Air filter. Where is the air filter? Well, we'll look later. They're stuck on the shelf somewhere. Right. Oop, get that piece of wood out from under it. Lower it down, take it to the door, see if she runs. Let's go ahead and swap out that spark plug. Let's go ahead and do that while I'm thinking about it. Oh, that's going to be a 11/16. Ooh, boy, that thing is crusty. Look at that. Look at it. Blah. DCP 600E in a NGK. This is going to be a 5/8 socket. This is a DCP 6E. Yes. Oh, gotta make sure we gap it to 30 thou. People will be hollering at me, Dobie, you didn't gap the dang spark plug. 30,000. I'm dead. I'm dead. There we go, give me the kick. All right, we got the oil, spark plug, the blades on it for now. Got fuel, clean the carburetor. Roll it over here, I ain't cranking it on my table. It'll blow that grass all over my shop. Alrighty. Sounds like that flywheel brake might be getting wore out. Pull that cover back off here in a little bit. I got another one out in the shed of shame I can put on here. Now we can go ahead and get the belt here, on there. I wonder if I can get that belt on there without taking that blade off. Nope. Yeah. Uh-huh. Alrighty. Alright, belt's on there. The belt has fallen off the engine pulley, but I don't care. We'll put it back on. Alright. Let's put the screws back in there. What are we doing? Square head screws. It's a 3/8 by 32.5 belt. Alright, I'm gonna clamp that handle back. Alright, we're on the engine pulley, we're on the transmission pulley. It's pretty good. We're gonna have to adjust. We're gonna have to adjust the cable. We'll do that last. All right, maybe your 3/8 should get again. Go ahead and get this front cover put on there. Get the little screw started. Drop this screw. Be very gentle, you're going into plastic. Get this out of the trash can. That's why I got the self-propel handle pulled back, because I want this belt tight, because you got to be able to get it through here. If it was just floppy loose, you'd end up pinching it. Is it pinching or pinching? End up pinching it. Don't pinch it. See ya. Okay. Grab us a 7/16 wrench. Okay, let me make double sure that blade's tight. it is. Everything's good, except for that rear baffle. It's gone. Now she ain't gonna want to crank because she's mad at me for having her upside down. All right, let's go to the door. If we have to tighten that belt, all you gotta do is loosen this and pull this cable down a little bit. That'll put more tension on the belt. Okay, let's see if she'll crank again for us. She's mad. Yeah, it's pretty weak. Well, all right, boys and girls, that's another Toro 22 recycler full of water. Had to clean the fuel system, carburetor, change the oil, spark plug. Oh, I got to get him an air filter. It's on the shelf over there, but other than that, we're finished. New drive belt, new blade. Seems to be okay now. Saved another one. All right, boys and girls, thanks for watching another Tom W video. Y'all take care of each other. Tell somebody I said hey. Tell somebody you love them today. By golly, we'll catch y'all on the next one, man.